And I think that we are in live on YouTube. Yes, we are. So, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, people who follow us on YouTube. You are welcome to another English immersion here on our Friday's immersion with me as a host. So before starting, I'm gonna I'm gonna explain you a little bit about of how Talk and Talk works. So Talk and Talk is a language platform where we can practice and we can learn different languages such as English, Spanish, Italian, French, Mandarin, and others. So something that is so important to mention about Talk and Talk is that here we try to don't correct each other. We try to respect each other, acknowledge of the language, in this case of the English. Another important point of Talk and Talk is that we here we don't have a teacher. That's an important disclaimer as well. I am not an English teacher. I work in a really different area. So we just tried to create a real English conversation. So I brought a topic to talk about today. So we are gonna just to create a real conversation about this topic. Another thing that is important is that we don't correct each other. This is not a regular English class, and we are all here just for practicing and improving our English knowledge. Okay? So we're going to start with we normally start with a self-presentation. It's so important in my opinion to try to use it as a warm-up to let us our brain know that we are switching to another language. So first, we are going to start with our self presentation, and then I am going to split I'm going to break our conversation in two different rooms to have more time for talking our thoughts or our insights. Okay, so I'm going to start with you, Marcus. Please introduce yourself to us.
Hi guys, I'm Marcus. I'm 47 years old. I'm married, father of two teenage daughters. They are twins. I live in São Paulo. I was born in São Paulo and lived all my entire life here. I work with technology. Actually, I'm a project manager, but at the beginning of my career, I was a software developer. And I'm in Talk and Talk because I'm looking for improve my fluency in speaking, and that's because I wanted to live abroad to work for international projects.
Thank you so much, Marcus. I'm happy that you are here with us. The next one will be, please, Wanda, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Wanda from Niterói, Rio de Janeiro. Today is cloud here. Or else, I'm a dentist and two sons, one grandson, one daughter-in-law. I'm a cat person. I have two cats, one yellow, another one a beautiful black-white cat. Is that for now?
Thank you so much, Wanda. I'm happy to have you here in our Friday's immersion. Next, please, Bruna, introduce yourself to us.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bruna, I'm 28, and I'm from Brasilia. I've been here in Talking Talk for almost a year, and I'm also a writer for Talking Talk's blog. I'm studying to be a front-end developer, and my free time, I love watching movies, TV shows, listening to music, reading. I love photography, and I love animals. I have two cats and one dog, but I love animals in general. But yeah, nice to see you guys.
The pleasure is our Bruna. Thank you so much for being here. Now let's move on to Pedro. Please introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, guys. My name is Pedro. I am from metropolitan region of Belo Horizonte. I am 25 years old. So I have one cat, but nowadays I think my cat uh, got in a relationship, and the other cat came in my home like every day. So I think I got two cat now. And that is I am the talk to develop my skills in English and try to be fluent.
Thank you so much, Pedro. So your cat fell in love. So, next one, please, Sydney. Introduce yourself to us.
Surely, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sydney. I'm 39. I work as an accountant. I'm married. I have a son. Uh, I'm here on Talk and Talk beyond to enhance my abilities or my skills of speaking English. Uh, I think it's a great opportunity to stay with you today and to answer that question that questions and also exchange our ideas and thought about it. So in my personal life, I love traveling. I love to do some outdoor activities like walking, hiking, cycling, and hang out with my family. So that's it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sydney. And finally, please, Evilard. I'm not sure if I pronounced in the right way. Could you please introduce yourself to us, please?
Of course, you speak my name right. So I think I know only Wanda here. So my name is Abelard, but you can call me Abe. At the moment, I'm cook for my dog, so excuse me if I need to turn off my cam. So I'm neighbor of Pedro. I from Belo Horizonte too, and I'm 36 years old. I am a tech guy too, as I don't know, Marcus is a project manager. And what else? I'm here in TNT since February of this year, and I passed some time away, but I'm back to improve my English. And what else? I'm a nerd guy, so I like to watch movies, TV shows, play video gaming, and as I said, I'm cooking for my dog, and one of my passions is cooking. So that's it. That's me.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Abelard. So, finally, me, guys. My name is Christian Jimenez. I am from Bolivia. I currently live here in Curitiba, Paraná, Brazil. I'm 36 years old. I currently work as a tech lead for a Brazilian institution, so I am tech guy as well. In my free time, I really enjoy practicing and learning new languages. Nowadays, I trying to improve my English like you, and I am trying to learn French as well here in the platform. Something that I really like to know to do as well is watching TV, watching movies with my wife, and different series. And that's it, guys. So I'm gonna split our immersion up. I think I'm gonna create two rooms. So in the main room will stay here with me, uh, Marcus, Abelard, and Wanda. And for the other room will go Bruna, Pedro, and Cine. Okay. So I'm gonna split here, break the the room. Just give me one more sec. So I set Bruna, Cine, and Pedro to the next room. So before 10 minutes before finishing our immersion, I will call you back and we're gonna finish here all together, okay? So enjoy the conversation in the other room, have fun and respect each other, please. Okay, so let's start with our today's topic. The title of our today's topic is, Are you an early bird or a night owl? I found this subject so interesting to know because I think that we can explain a little bit of how is our personality or what are the schedules or the specific times in the day that we prefer do different activities, because we all are different. So it's cool. In my opinion, it's cool to know more about that part of our personality. So let's start with the question number one. The question number one goes like this: What time do you usually wake up in the morning on weekdays? So, Marcus, what is your opinion, or what are the time that you usually wake up on weekdays?
Uh, Around 5:30 in the morning. I have to get my daughters out of the bed. They have to prepare themselves to go to school. And after I left them in school, I go to the gym. That's it. Around 5:30, 5:40, I wake up.
So, this is already part of your routine. You don't have any problems to waking up at that time.
No, no, it's okay. I I always I'm a person who sleeps a very little.
Mm-hmm.
Something like 6 hours per night is okay for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I I I don't remember a time in my life when I used to wake up later than this.
Thank you so much, Marcus, for sharing your experience. And what about you, Evilart? What is the time that you usually wake up on weekdays?
Well, normally I my biological clock wakes me up at around 6 a.m. So I start my day meditating, and next I go out with my dog. And after I do the house things and keep going my day, actually I am unemployed and I'm studying and searching for a new job. So that's it, my routine.
And what is the first activity that you do when you wake up?
Meditate.
Okay, got it.
Before
Thank you so
before
much.
I wake up, I meditate, but after I wake up, I go out with my dog to jog.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Billard. And what about you, Wanda? What is the time that you usually wake up on weekdays?
I usually wake up weekdays by 7 o'clock. I wake up and I get some movements of gym. I have here a little bit place for gym in my house. I do that, some exercise. Then if it don't rain, etc., I'll go to the beach um, for walking by the beach. Then I take a shower and I start my day.
So, guys, I could say that here we all are early birds, because in my case I try to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, because we have to prepare our breakfast with my wife before she leaves my home. So my current routine is like that. I go to sleep every night at I think that 10:30 as a max, and I have to wake up at 6 a.m. So yeah, that's my experience. So let's move on to the next one. The question number two goes like this. I'm gonna start with you, Wanda. Do you
Okay.
feel more energized and productive in the morning or late at night? What is your when or in which time do you feel more energized?
I don't feel energized in early morning, not in the night. I feel energized in the evening. Is it is easy for me stay in concentrating time, and after lunch in the evening is really good for me.
Thank you so much. For me nowadays, I think that I feel more energized on mornings. I think that I can do my activities, my work, my studies better than in the night. As I don't know why, because in my personal opinion, it has changed. Because when I was at the university, when I was younger, I preferred to do all of those activities at night. I think that I felt more creative, more energized at night. So I used to do my homeworks. I used to do my homework, my studies. I used to study at night, like 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. without any problems. But nowadays I cannot do that.
I
So
think
I went.
I think after the time of pandemic,
Hmm.
everyone changed a little bit, and
Hmm.
because they get stuck in house and they want to sleep in the night
Hmm.
early. I think all the people changed
With the
after
time,
that.
right? Well, with the pandemic, and I think that as well with the time, because I think the older we get, the that kind of preferences of time changes as well.
Yeah,
Um, Okay, that's it. I wanted to know from you, Abelard, what time do you feel more energized, in the morning or at night?
Depends of the activity because at the morning I don't like and I don't how I say I don't grow. I don't can well I don't like to work out to go to the gym because my body is waking up. But I like to do thinking activities, planning my days, reading some news. That's it. Well, at the morning, I like to do thinking activities, and at the end of the day, I like to stress my body out to release and relax the daily stress.
Thank you so much. And you, Marcus, what do you think about this question? And
You
I
are
can
on
hear you.
mute.
You're muted.
Sorry, guys. Thanks for asking me. There is no doubt. I feel more energized in the morning. I'm from the mornings. Uh, Abe said us that he can't go to the gym in the morning. And in my case, I just can go to the gym in the morning. If I left to go in the afternoon after lunch, I probably will fail that day. I'm a morning guy, and when I have something tough to deal in my work, for example, and that job that task will take me all the day, I need to engage in that task early in the morning. If I engage in the task, even if I uh, have interruptions during the day, like meetings, stopping to lunch, I can go back to the task and finish it. But if I left to start an important task in the afternoon, probably I will procrastinate that until the next morning, unfortunately.
Marcus, Marcus, do you think that doing a physical exercise, that it's going to the gym early, can help you being more productive or focused during your day?
I think so. I think so. That is a physical exercise are something new to me. I started 2.5 years ago in the middle of pandemics because medical uh, orientation. But I can feel that the energy the in the gym, the hormones they produce, and the feeling that okay, I have a day, and I start my day dealing with my dirty and doing something that's good for me. It makes me feel energized too.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I totally agree with you. In my personal opinion, I would like to go to the gym after waking up, but it's impossible to me because I have to start working or doing different other kind of activities. I normally go to the gym at 6 p.m. And but at that time I am already exhausted, so I think that it's not good. But I have to go just because I need it. So let's move on to the question number four. I'm gonna start with you, Abelard. So when do you prefer to do your most challenging task, morning, afternoon, or evening?
Well, can you repeat? I can't understand you well, and I don't see the questions here.
Okay, no problem. The question number four goes like this. When do you prefer to do your most challenging tasks? In the morning, afternoon, or evening?
Well, as I said, when it's about thinking about working tasks, job tasks, I am knowledge work. So I prefer to do at the morning because my brain is on fire. I wake up with, I don't know, thinking about everything, try to solve it, everything, but my body's, it's waking up. It's don't follow my brain. So I prefer to do my tasks at the morning and doing my, I don't know how I say, go to the gym, do my housework at the afternoon or at the end of the night. That's it.
So much. The same here. I prefer to do my most challenging activities in the morning because then I can relax more. Maybe do less complicated tasks referred to my job. I try to do that, but sometimes it's so difficult to to complete all of my challenging tasks nowadays because I have a lot of them. But yeah, I try to do them in the morning. What about you, Wanda? What is the time or the specific time that you prefer to complete your most challenging activities in the day?
Yeah, in the morning I get a little bit lazy. I wake up, but I'm not, my brain is not okay, totally okay. And I prefer in the afternoon, after lunch, I prefer go work to in this time.
Thank you so much, Wanda. What about you, Marcus? Let us know about your preferences.
In the morning, I I wake up uh, feeling myself fully energized and hungry for the day. But I don't close my days with the same hungry, but I start hungry for doing whatever I have to do.
Thank you so much, Marcus. I think that the next question is kind of interesting because I want to know from you what are your your insights about this question. So the question number five goes like this: how do you feel about waking up early on weekends? I'm gonna start with you, Marcus. Do you have any problems about waking up early on weekends, or is the same for you?
No, it's the same for me. In fact, on Saturdays, I go to the gym a bit earlier. I go to the gym at 6 a.m. Uh, and on Sundays, maybe I will wake up a bit later, and that's because probably I will fall asleep past midnight. But not so late, something like 7:30, 8 a.m. As I said, I'm from the mornings, and it's okay for me. I feel uh, awkward when I stay in bed to 10, 11 a.m. When I wake up, I feel awkward. I feel that I lost the day.
Okay, so you don't have any problems waking up early on weekends. I think that gyms here in Brazil on Saturdays they work just until noon, right? Okay. So let's move on to Wanda. What do you think about this? Do you have any problems waking up early on weekends?
Yes. On weekends, I want to get in bed, procrastinated. Uh, yes, for me, it's like that. I take a book and I read a book in my bed. My cat go to my bed and I talk to him. And yes, I used to procrastinate in my bed on weekends when I wake up.
Thank you so much. And what about you, Abelard? Do you wake up early on weekends, or do you prefer to sleep a little bit more?
Well, my biological clock don't, uh, how I say, I forgot the word. But yes, I wake up early, as Marcos said, but I try to slow down. I try to be in the bed uh, around 9 a.m. to relax and rest some more. And before that, I start my day because I think if we spend much time in the bed, we lose the day and the main activities we can do at the morning.
Thank you so much. Well, in my case, I would like to sleep a little bit more on weekends, but it's impossible for me because on Saturdays I have to go to the church. I'm an Adventist, by the way, so I have to wake up early with my wife to go to the downtown of Curitiba to go to the church that we used to assist. And on Sundays. I participate on English immersion at 7 a.m. So I don't have time for sleeping more. So that's life if we want to grow, right? So but it's difficult to me to waking up early on weekends. So let's move on to the question number 6, I think. I'm gonna start with you, Marcus. Do you find it easier to concentrate in the morning or late at night? I think that you already answered this question, but if you want to add something else, just do it.
No, as I said before, totally from the morning, so it's easier to me to engage in whatever I have to do in the morning. Sometimes I have tasks that's we spend the whole day. But as I also said, if I engage in them in the morning, uh, it's almost 100% sure. I feel almost 100% sure that I will finish the task at the end of the day. So all good things for me. I think that I feel that they have to start in the morning.
So I know that you are a early bird because you mentioned it that from the beginning, but I wanted to know, have you ever been like that or just change it with the time?
No,
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
no, please.
I wanted to repeat the question. Have you always been like that, like early birds, try to do all of your activities on the morning, or that has changed in your life some
No,
in a specific time in your life?
I that is I always was what a early bird person.
Got it. Thank you so much. What about you, Abelard? Do you think is it easier for you to concentrate more in the morning or at nights?
Totally morning. As Marcus said, I am early bird, and I am a person from morning, total morning, and uh, uh, I don't know. As I say, my brain just wakes up on fire, and I need to waste this energy in brain tasks to relax. As you say, I think you said before, you prefer to do the tasks at the morning and relax at the afternoon and either at the night. I'm that way too.
Thanks so much, Abelard. And the same question for you: have you always been like that, or maybe you change it with the time?
No, I changed it with the time. I think you too gave us an example about you when you was on college. I think I am at the time I am a person of the night too. So I thanks God I evolve and change my daily routine because I think it's healthier to us uh, follow the how I say this in English circadian flow cycle. I don't know if you can understand me. It's ciclo circadiano from the science.
Thanks
That's
so
it.
much. What? Okay, thank you so much. What about you, Wanda? Do
Yeah,
you do you? Okay, go ahead.
okay. I used to schedule my first client in my clinic at 1 p.m. because I prefer is to work in the afternoon. And in the morning, I wake up, but my brain don't wake up together.
Hmm.
And I get lazy and procrastinated. And then I used to do something for my body because it's better. Then I take a shower, I go to the supermarket or everything I need to do, and I work, really work in the afternoon.
Thank you so much, Wanda. I wanted to bring a different question that is not on the list. Uh, do you think, guys, that for those who prefer to do activities at night or during the night and then they rest on the day or in the day, do you think that there are some negative effects for people who prefer doing this kind of activities during the night? What do you
I
think,
think
guys?
no. I think no is a condition of the brain for each person. We are different person, as the title of the meeting said. That is, there are people for night and for day, and it's really good because there are many tasks to do in the night, in the morning, on the morning. Yes.
You, Marcus, what do you think about this? Do you think that there are some negative effects for people who prefer uh, passing the night doing different activities like starting working or something else?
Uh, no, I agree with Wanda. Oh, but we have to respect our circadian cycle. So if you try to fight with it, with it, you probably will feel bad and will lose this battle. So I think if you are a night person or night owl, you have to uh, respect it. But there are some activities that maybe they can impact negatively your sleeping. So if you go to the gym, uh, late nights probably will have some trouble to fall asleep. So, but if you are a person who is okay with going to bed later and you can probably sleep the time you need, I think it's totally okay.
Thank you, Marcus. And Abelard, do you have any comments about that question, that random question?
Oh, I agree with Marcos and Wanda, because we are different, as you said at the beginning of this immersion. And as Marcos said, I think maybe some activities and some actions can impact on people's health, because I'm talking about night owls, people that prefer nights, because as we break the circadian cycle, we can have some health issues. But as Wanda said, I think we as human can adapt and evolve at the as user we need, I think. So depends of the people. Each people has a different metabolism, a different choices, and that's that's keeps the world running, I think.
Thank you so much for bringing up your comments, your insights. So let's move on to the question number 8. I found this question so interesting to know about you guys. So I'm gonna start with you, Wanda. Do you rely on an alarm to wake up, or do you wake up naturally?
I wake up naturally. I use it to think and schedule inside of my brain, and I wake up in just time. But if I need, for example, I need to travel, I have a huge different task, and I need to get in a place in another in a time. I used to put a help, and I used to put an alarm, but it's a exceptionality.
I wanted to know if you already missed, if you ever missed some activities just for rely on alarms.
Yeah, for alarms, only to, for example, next Friday, I'll go to Canada, and then I need to wake up to take a plan. Then I will go to put an alarm to make sure that I wake up in time.
Okay. Okay, so in my case, I don't wake up naturally. The alarm is on my wife, in fact, because she needs to wake up before me. So when she wakes up, I am already wake up because it's kind of impossible to keep sleeping when someone is walking around. So the alarm is on her. And answering the other question that I asked to Wanda, I already missed a lot of activities for just rely on my alarm and not in my because for me it's kind of difficult to wake up naturally. Okay, so I wanted to know from you, Marcus, do you rely on alarms or do you prefer just on rely on your
I,
wake up naturally?
I use alarms, but I wake up naturally, probably 10 or 15 minutes before the alarm. I use a smartwatch and I schedule all the alarms to vibrate in the smartwatch, and it's okay to me. My wife feels uh, uh, no, my wife tells me every day, I I don't know how you can wake up with this. Just brr, brr. This vibrates in your arm. And I say to her, okay, but in fact, I'm still woke up. I have 10 or 15 minutes there, and this is just for me to don't forget the time. And I use it because I use it an alarm for all my life. It worked, and I I I feel I don't have to change this. Uh, I'm missing the word even in Portuguese, but uh,
It's normal.
uh, it's like it was always this way. You can change it because things can go bad if you change. And you ask it an
If you
additional question.
if you have ever missed an important activity because maybe your alarm didn't work, or you thought that you set your alarm but you didn't.
No, I don't remember. Once, a few months ago, I had a medical appointment early in the morning, and I had to wake up 30 minutes before my natural time. And that day, I forgot to start the alarm in the night. But when I woke up naturally, I could do the things fast and get to the doctor at the time in a hurry, but I was there at the time.
Thank you so much, Marcus. What about you, Abelard? Do you prefer to rely on alarms or in your natural clock?
Well, I am the same as the Marcus. I I usually wake up naturally, but I have a smartwatch too that I use to don't miss the time. I wake up around 10 and 15 minutes before the alarm and just stay in the bed meditating, as I said before, until the alarm clocks, beeps, I don't know how to say, and wake up and do my daily activities.
And the other question was if have you ever missed an important activity that you had to do because you rely on your clock and it didn't work, or maybe you thought you set your clock or your alarm and but you didn't.
No, don't know that I remember because as we talking about, I am an early bird people. So at the most time, most part of the time, I can planning and do my things in advance to not pass uh, to this to lose or lost something because lost time. So no, I don't remember when I missed something about the because I rely on alarms.
Okay, I remember one that happened to me, but it was not my fault because I had to go to a specific church for singing, and the alarm was on my wife because the alarm is on her all of the time, and she thought that she had set the alarm, but she didn't, and then we were sleeping like perfectly. And I said, "What time is it?" And it was already the time that we had to stay in the church. But so I remember that was the last time that I missed something important for me, right? That was singing in a church. So I think that the next question are related about uh, the answer that we already did. So I'm gonna try to create a random question that it's not in the list. I'm going to start with you, Marcos. Do you think that would be difficult to change that habit that you have nowadays, that being an early bird, and change it to be a night owl? Because maybe, I don't know, in an hypothetical case that you move to another country, for example, in Europe, you have to change that in your for your body, for your in your body in general. Do you think that would be difficult to you?
I think it will be a challenge. I have a colleague at work who moved to Vietnam, and she keeps working with us in Brazilian time. So she changed it day by night. I don't think I could do it so easily as she did. I probably would sleep in the middle of a meeting because for my time, that meeting is in the time of staying asleep, staying in bed, not working. Probably would be a huge challenge.
Got it. Yeah, I totally agree. I think that would be challenging, changing drastically something that we are kind of used to do, right? It's part of our habits, our part of our routine. What about what you, Wanda? Do you think that would be kind of tricky to change being an early bird to being a night owl?
Yes, I feel the same of Marcus because I feel like I get sleepy and don't it's impossible to me to participate in everything, in every meeting, for example, late at night because I get sleep and I don't feel comfortable and I don't concentrate. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Wanda. What about you, Abelard?
Well, I don't think so. I think it will be challenge, as Marcus said, but as I said before, we as humans, we can evolve and adapt in the consequence and the, I don't know, in the environment we live. So in my case, I think maybe it will be hard, but I will get in this well as I did before. In the past, I was a night owl, but nowadays I am an early bird because I think it's more healthy to me.
Thank you so much. I remember that here in Brazil there was a time that you had a period of the year that you changed the time by 1 or 2 hours. I remember that when I came here in 2014, I got here in that specific time, and in Bolivia, we are 1 hour before you. And now I think that at this time it's 1:52 in Bolivia. So when I came here to Brazil, that was kind of difficult to me to adapt to your the time that you have here. And when it moved to the 2 hours, it was completely difficult to me because that was the kind of my body has to wake up 2 hours in advance that I was used to in Bolivia. But thankfully, it is not like that anymore here in Brazil, right? You don't have that change in the year anymore, right?
Yeah, yeah. Thanks
Yeah,
Until
God.
now,
it's
bec- because we had some change about how say bandeira flag
uh-huh,
energy flags.
uh-huh.
We enter to red flag this month, and this can bring us back to this routine to change hours.
Yeah. Thank you, Abelard. So, welcome back, guys, Pedro and Cine. I think that Bruna left our immersion. But firstly, I want to know if there were any night owl in the other room, or you are all early birds like here in my room.
Yeah, for
All
me,
of you,
I appreciate
okay.
a lot. That's what I said. I'm your early bird. So you are are you a early bird too, Christian?
Yeah, we are early birds. All of us are early birds here in the main room. Uh-huh. And
Yeah,
what about
and
you, Pedro?
yeah, and
Yes, and an early bird too. Just Bruna, the opposite of us, of Sydney and I. But it's nice, like they
uh,
have these different points of views. Because I remember when the high school, ensino médio é como mesmo? Agora eu me esqueci. Agora é high
I don't
school,
remember. High
Oh,
school, high school.
high school. All right. So I remember in the last year I moved to study in the afternoon, and my routine gets crazy because I sleep later and wake up like in the middle day, and for me it doesn't work. I am a early bird.
Uh, Thank you so much, Pedro. What about you, Cine? I'm gonna ask you a question that is on the list. Um, oh, well, you already said that you are early birds. It's kind of difficult because all of us are early birds, right? What was the question? Oh, okay. Do you prefer to rely on alarms or you prefer to wake up naturally?
I think the both of them I rely on a lot on alarms. I have three alarms, two in my smartphone, and one is my watch. Uh, I forgot the name. Smartwatch, yeah. But when something happened that I think in some days I wake up before that alarm, but I rely on a lot in that alarms.
Thanks so much, Sini. Guys, I think that's it for today. I think that the first time that we finish our immersion early. So I already sent to you here in the chat box two links. The first one is the server link. You can bring or you can suggest different topics that you want to talk about if you want. You can as well rate my performance as a facilitator. So it's so useful to improve my performance and as well to improve your interaction with the platform or your experience with the platform in general. And the second link is my LinkedIn account. So if you want to reach me up over there, I will be really happy to accept your contact request. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. And see you in the next immersion, the next Friday. And if you want to practice Spanish with me, I lead a Spanish immersion as well on Sundays. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much and have a good weekend.
thank
See you
you. Thank
later.
you.
Yeah,
Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Bye
guys.
everyone.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Have
Have a
a
nice
nice
weekend.
weekend, all.